What's up? I'm Lamark.
And I'm Chelsea.
And we're the hosts of Lamark After Dark. We got a live show June 20th at Club Lambda. That's Club Lambda in Brooklyn. Make sure you guys buy your tickets right now. Preferably VIP, don't get you, bitch. And, yes, the VIP comes with 2 drinks. You get a VIP little section to vibe out. You get a comfortable seating. You won't be in the garden. It's going to be fucking lit. We got DJ Self DJing the world famous DJ Self.
You know what it is? It's the Guinevere DJ Self, live in New York City.
Just to make this.
We got dope performances.
From the block.
In the spot with all the scammers and the shooters.
Where they at?
Start a storm with my money making crew.
Where they at?
With my niggas with the rubber band stacked.
Where they at?
Melly.
System misdemeanors never scared us. Niggas busy getting bands off of Szn4. Got a white bitch facing lines like stanzas. Cause I pop locked all alive like dancers.
And Kendrick.
Breaked up, I'm dripped out, I'm only moving forward, so it's click now, play my shit loud. Go in, take a toke, breathe, bless me when I sneeze.
So make sure you guys tune in and check out the tickets right now on Eventbrite. It's gonna be fire. You get a chapter of my book, which exposes my secret.
Doing a DJ set. So
With
come
dancing, it's gonna be fucking fire. June 20th, Club Lambda. Buy your tickets right now.
You are now tuned in to Lamark After Dark.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Lamark After Dark. It is another show, another season. Chelsea, how you feeling?
I'm feeling phenomenal.
Okay, nice. I like you, phenomenal woman.
Yes, it's Friday. I'm happy that I finished the work week. Today was a bit much.
Yeah,
but we made it through.
you made it through. You pushed through. Shout out to that.
Amen.
I know that's right, and I didn't put the right button. It's just a fun.
You guys know what we meant to do.
Yeah. You
Initially,
get it. Yeah,
you get it.
If you don't, you don't.
Yeah,
but
right.
Yeah,
but those who get it, they get it. Right.
Exactly.
No explanation.
Exactly. Well, we have a special guest in the building, Mr. Edwin. Welcome to Lamark After Motherfucking Dark.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. I said I was going to curse, and here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you can
Here
feel
we
free
are.
to curse.
Yeah, you
as
can
much
say
as
what the
you
fuck you
want,
wanna
by the
say,
way.
yeah.
Free for all. So a little backstory. I gotta start.
Yeah, of
this
course.
off.
Yeah, for sure.
A little backstory on Mr. Edwin here. I went to high school with Edwin, but I always knew from when I met him that he was gonna be a star.
Stop.
No, seriously, always put together, always fly, always hot on the fresh kicks, always had it together. These bitches could never.
Ooh.
He was always like a mystery,
Say that.
but still at the same time, like you knew who he was and what he stood for and what he was about. So it's like we've always been acquainted, but like never super close, but enough where it's like, how you doing? You doing good? Happy birthday. Or like, this is cute. Or I'm watching. I'm here for you. I
We see
support
each
you.
other.
Yes, we see each
Absolutely.
other. So I really, really appreciate having that. And when you started Boy Box, I told Lamark and I was like, we got to have Edwin on here. Like, this just makes sense. It's so aligned. And I just think it's just amazing what you guys are doing. So I had to have him. So yes, that's the backstory. I'm going to shut up now. And we're going to hear from Mr. Edwin himself. And also, we're not going to forget Mr. Malik over there as well, co-founder. He wants to be in the cut, but we'll have him come in at some segments.
At some point.
Yes.
And shout out to
other
Izzy in the
half.
background as well. too.
Yes, Izzy's here too.
Yeah,
shout out to Izzy. All right, so
But yes,
let's
Edwin,
get
please let us
started.
know about your Boy Box.
Well, absolutely. Before I dive deep into Boy Box, definitely wanted to give you and Lamark a gift of our product, so you guys can understand the specialness of Boy Box and what the girls cannot stop talking about. So please let me know what you guys think about it when you actually try it on in the comfort of your home. You walking around in your Boy Box. Yeah, let me know. Send those reviews to the DMs.
Of course.
Oh.
No, I'm definitely going to follow up. First of all,
For
the fact
sure.
that I'm getting my hands on some. Because I was really sad I couldn't make it to your pop-ups. Like the one you had here, I was out of town. And then you have one in Miami. I couldn't make it to Miami at the time. So I'm hoping that soon I'll be able to really see the full thing.
Well, you have a chance to redeem yourself. There's
Ooh.
another. There is another Boy Box activation happening.
How you doing?
So
Okay, so we'll be there.
you have another chance.
Thank
to redeem
you.
yourself.
Okay.
This
thank
one
goodness.
matters. This one matters.
Okay.
This one matters.
Okay.
When is it?
So we're looking at January.
Okay. Ooh. Like
wait.
this January.
Like this January.
Oh, perfect.
It's actually our first collaboration, and we're throwing a launch party with our collaborating partner here in New York. They're a New York-based agency. I will reveal more when it actually launches in December.
Well, so this is going to come out in January.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so
Look at that.
It will be great
please
timing.
Shop the product. It was a labor of love. I'm actually wearing the product today from the collaboration. So might get a sneak peek.
Wow.
This is good. Go ahead. Go off. Okay. I want to start. What was the inspiration behind this? How did this start?
Yes. So Boybox actually started in 2020. It was it's actually really funny. So Malik and I founded Boybox. And it was essentially, it started off as a sex toy business. We were convinced that we were going to like shake the ground by coming out with a subscription service of sex toys. So we were like, it's COVID. The girls are getting freaky. Like, how can we cater to them where they are?
Right.
Like, let's create this physical box of sex toys that they can like use at their leisure since people aren't really outside. Allegedly, they weren't outside, but the girls were still outside.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So we definitely wanted to essentially curate this box of sex toys. A year into it, we noticed that was not our give. We were like, we are not sex girlies. Like there was a lot of nuances that went into like the sex industry that we fully couldn't wrap our heads around, and we didn't feel like it was something that was ownable to us. So I quickly essentially went back and made a pivot, and I was just like, Malik, here's something that I feel good about. I think you can also feel good about. Let's go ahead and pivot to underwear. Like, we both like, I'm not sure if you guys do this, but if you guys send nudes to your best friend, like, oh, do I look good like this? Or like, you guys compare nudes.
I've had a couple of moments and a couple of friends, and Lamark.
Yeah, I
and
sent everybody my penis.
Yeah, we've had moments.
So like, there was
wait. Let me clarify that because that was crazy. Wait,
not that kind of moment.
Yeah. I just think I have a very nice looking penis, so I sent it to different people just to let them, Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Did you or did you not say your mom watches the show?
She does, but it's okay. But I mean, it's just a penis.
It's fine.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
knows.
yeah.
She knows. But yeah, no, I get it.
So essentially, Malik was my accountability partner. And
Okay.
we would share each other's nudes, and like in those nudes would be like sexy underwear or like something like provocative or whatever the case may be. So I was just like, this feels ownable to me. Like, I'm not sure about you. And he's like, oh yeah, like we should totally do it. So in 2021, we actually made a pivot to it switching from a subscription service of sex toys to now an underwear line. So this is where we are with it now. And also during that time, like, my body was physically going through a change. And I wanted to curate something that was going to fit my new body. So underwear made sense.
That's fire.
I love that.
Now, what was in the sex toy box before we get,
Okay. So it actually started off with a tangible hoe kit. So everyone speaks of this.
I remember that. That was one of your first products.
Our product, our
It was
brainchild,
so
our
cute.
baby. We thought we were shaking the world with this whole kit.
Yeah.
And we did for a year, but we were just like, how do we scale this? Like, what comes after the whole kit? Like, what are people actually going to buy into once this trend fades?
Right.
So we came out with, I think, 4 or 5 kits. It was one that said hoe kit, one that said fun girl, one that said the weekend, and another one that said discreet. And in each of these kits, they had like condoms, lube, a vibrating cock ring, a pamphlet about safe sex during COVID. Okay?
We love
Because we love education.
We love education.
So we had a pamphlet about safe sex during COVID, which was wild because here is the government telling you to stay home and we're telling you to go have sex safely. And wipes. So if you were like a hoe on the go and you needed to, wipe your situation, you could. So that was our hoe kit.
Shout out to the hoes in the
Yeah,
go.
I think y'all might have to bring that back.
We might have to bring it back for sure, but there's definitely going to be a few modifications.
Okay, love it because the streets.
The streets
That
need it.
I feel like that would sell hot right
the
here.
girlies
in
love
NYC.
we might evolve it into like a spend the night bag. So we'll see. There's talks.
And
There's
it's
talks.
been a night.
So did you always know, like, even back in high school, that you wanted to have your own business and kind of
branch off into that?
No, absolutely not. And I definitely didn't think I would be going down this direction. I actually went to a medical magnet school where Chelsea and I went. And
we thought we was going to be in the medical field.
Literally. So my mom is a neonatal nurse, and I essentially was destined to be a cardiologist. And it's funny because I actually went to the University of Florida where I entered as a biology major. And then my junior year, I changed it to journalism because then I wanted to be an editor for a magazine. And for the longest, I thought I would have a career in fashion editorial. And I interned at like Hearst, so 17 magazine, Cosmopolitan magazine, Marie Claire, Men's Health magazine. And I was like, oh yeah, this is like the career path for me. And then I found out how much editors actually make. Oof. And then that stopped it. So then I pivoted because I had a degree in journalism with a concentration in statistics. And I was like, you can always use math to fall back on, and that's actually what I use in my career today. So I now work in e-commerce and retention marketing.
Yes,
Wow.
and I've been paying attention. First of all, congratulations.
Yes.
Because you the word of the night for you, I'm noticing, is pivot, and you just made another big pivot. I feel like this is
pivot.
Yeah, so you were working for Bobbi Brown Cosmetics initially when you were here in New York.
Under Estee Lauder companies, yes.
I love it. And then I saw that you did a little bit of movement within that company. And then you now are back home in our stomping grounds in Miami.
Yes.
But now you're with Popeyes,
Yes.
which is fire.
So I wanted to, essentially, I'm very passionate about the user journey and like how consumers behave to certain products. And all of my experience has been in like fashion and beauty. And I didn't want to pigeonhole myself just to that industry. I essentially wanted to understand all consumer behavior as it relates to a specific product. So I was just like, here's an opportunity for me to really hone in on my skills and try something new. The opportunity presented itself. I've been itching to go back to Florida. I've been in New York for 10 years, and I was just like, I need to pivot. So it was just like, here's an opportunity for me to go back home, be closer to my parents. My parents are a bit older, and at this age, I'd rather be closer to them. My dad just turned 82. My mom is 68. So I was just like, here's an opportunity for me to essentially be closer to family while still pursuing something that I enjoy.
Very good head on your shoulders. Like, very, yeah.
I try.
He's always been this way.
I try.
Well,
Clean cut.
speaking of that, because you both went to high school together, so how were you? First of all, how was Chelsea back in high school?
Oh my, blame this on my head and not my heart. I really have a horrible memory. But from the small bits and pieces, and please correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So what I remember of Chelsea was in a clique of 3.
Yes, me, Haley, Renessa.
Okay, yes. Okay, a clique of 3 because we rode the same bus.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. A clique of 3. I remember Chelsea was always, I can't remember if it was Renessa or if it was you, always reading a book.
Yeah, all of us. And then eventually I kind of grew out of reading all the time.
book. Okay,
Yeah.
like Chelsea was like literally always reading from like
bookworm.
the moment we got on the bus to like when we got to school during the cafeteria to the time we got back on the bus, it was always a book in her hand. I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
That was freshman year vibes. But then I started to kind of blossom a little
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
Then I think then the clique started to like kind of like break apart as they do when you like start to
We're
form
still
new friend
besties.
form new friend groups and so on and so forth. But then I think who was the
let him
new
remember
clique that you
again.
started hanging with?
I was looking for mess.
Ooh,
But-
see?
No, it didn't give mess.
Thank you.
It didn't give mess.
Always
it never
been
gave mess.
collected, honey.
It never gave mess. I can tell you that for sure. That's what I remember. It never. There was like a handful of messy people in high school, and she was not a part.
Thank
so
you.
I can say that for sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Edwin. I appreciate that.
For sure.
All right. Well, I guess we'll move on.
I told you.
There was
I
no
told
mess.
you.
No mess.
All right. Well, so question of the night is, what is black entrepreneurship like in 2024/2025?
I want to know. Okay, so given with your background, given with, I mean, the fact that you didn't really start out doing this, but you clearly have a knack for it, and it's kind of like a natural thing for you. Do you feel like that's aided you in getting to where you are now, or was there so many things you still had to learn and navigate?
No,
regardless of that?
there were so many things that I still had to learn and navigate. What made it easy to start initially was my background was in e-commerce.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew how to essentially run an online store. I knew what marketing tactics I needed to get people to like come to the store. I understood like how paid media worked. I understood like logistics, inventory, forecasting. So it made that whole process easy. The process that was hard was I'm used to spending other people's money and not my own. So I was just like, ooh, you mean this costs $10,000 and you want me to pay it today at once? Y'all don't take payment plans?
Right.
So it was just like a big learning curve because everything thus far for Boy Box has been self-funded. Our collections have been self-funded. Like we had no essentially external investors. There was one situation where a very good friend of mine believed in the vision and she invested $10,000 into the business to create the Blues collection, which is what you guys have in those bags. But other than that, like that has now been paid off. So like there's Boy Box owes nobody anything. Like there's no other angel investments. Like everything is all off of the strength of me and my bag. Yeah.
Also, the name is very like it's really it goes with the tongue. Like Boy Box is really dope. Yeah,
We love alliteration at Boy Box.
Yes.
fire.
Takes us back a little bit to that journalism background. You knew
A little bit.
You knew how to catch your
little bit.
audience. So speaking of that, so what would you say is kind of you mentioned the inspiration and what got started, but what is really the messaging behind Boy Box? Like what do you guys really stand for? Like when people put that on, like what is it that you're looking for them to feel?
Well, and I hate to sound like so cliche, but it's truly like confidence. And when I started Boy Box, it was because I kind of was like in a very insecure space. I wasn't confident in my body. I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like the feel. And I really wanted to essentially foster a community where people could put on this product and feel confident. Which is why you'll see to this very day, like we don't use traditional models. I will never use traditional models. All of our models are real people with like very real bodies. And we love to embrace that.
Amen. That falls into
like,
what we just spoke about last week.
We take like diversity to the most authentic place that we can take it by using real bodies, real people with like real stories. So some of our models are like couples. Some of our models are people. And we tell those stories through our photography. Like every photo that is taken from an editorial standpoint is a story. And it tells the story of that person in the photograph.
That's fire. And it's very inclusive. Like that's dope.
Yes. We just had a model here last week. I don't know if you're aware, Elijah. I don't want to say his last name wrong.
I don't want to fuck it up either.
Renzi or Renz?
I think Renz.
And he is considered, I guess, what you would call like more of a big boy model, but he's like really making waves. And we spoke about that, like inclusivity within that arena. So I think that's amazing that you're doing that. And then we see that with some of the other companies that are coming about, like Savage Fenty, who I think is like really a front runner in just completely changing the game on how everybody views like intimate wear.
Absolutely.
So that's so amazing. I love that. I can't wait to open this package.
I definitely would, want to definitely check out the pop-up and show some love and support.
Yes, I can't miss this one. I really can't.
No, I'm excited.
Hold
This
me
is our
accountable.
very first collaboration. As an entrepreneur, at least for me, I have a lot of phases where I feel like big waves of like imposter syndrome. Like you're not cut to do this. Like you don't have the resources. You don't have like the background. This is not for you. And then I recently started listening to a podcast called How I Built This by Guy Raz. And he includes essentially entrepreneurs who've like come from all walks of life. Like, for example, the person who invented kava, the person who invented, what's the most recent one? Like Barefoot Wine, the person who's invented like Grindr. Like he has everybody on his platform to speak about how they built or came up with the concept, the idea. And a lot of these people had no education on like the industry that they were going into. They had no resources, no funding. And I was like, if these companies are now multi-million-dollar companies and they had no support, no resources, why should I feel defeated? And I listened to that podcast every day on my way to work.
So a little bit of manifestation there,
No,
too.
absolutely. So slow and steady wins the race.
Right.
What advice would you give to anybody starting a business? Like 2 things that you wish someone would have told you when you first started.
Ooh. Well, it's funny because when I first started, I started a business with my best friend. And most people say, don't start a business with your best friend.
Right.
Like, that's bad.
I'm going to
bad
ask about that
news.
later. Yes.
And luckily, thank God, fortunate enough, like, I have a best friend that has sense. So, like, that was never an issue. We never, like, fell out over money. We never, like, it was never a drama. So I'm so thankful for that today. But one thing that I wish somebody told me when I first started out is that the rewards don't come instantly. Like, we're now in our 4th year and we're now seeing like the comments of people who are actually purchasing this year has been the year where I want to say at least 85% of our customers are people I don't know. You know, in the beginning you have like your friends, your family support you and you're like, oh, that's great, but it's just like, you guys aren't going to support me forever. I need like people who I don't know who actually believe in the brand and who want to fuel it and like see it continue. So this is a year that we actually had a large like a majority of our customers, people from all walks of life, from California, from Arkansas, from Utah. I don't know what's in Utah, but y'all ordering a lot of jock straps.
Salt Lake City, I see you.
So I'm just so grateful. And I just wish that when I first started, somebody sat me down and said, like, you have to put in a lot of work before you start seeing the rewards, before you start seeing the benefits. And then when you do start seeing the benefits, like, it's going to pay off. And this is the first year we actually got our first collaboration. They bought into the underwear. They customized their own 2 styles. And I'm so, so happy with it.
Can we get a little more about the collab? Can we get colors, inspo, anything?
Okay. I can definitely give you the colors.
Okay. Ooh.
So this organization definitely prevails in the youth queer space.
Okay.
By providing like resources for preventative measures, education,
That's dope.
all of that. And their brand colors are a beautiful magenta and blue. And that's what they designed into.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Magenta and blue. We can take it.
So Aquarius is your sun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Aquarius is cool. So
End of January.
getting into your love life later, but we'll dive deep into that because I have like a thing with Aquarius, like the love life. But we'll dive deep into that.
Yeah,
later.
I like to know too because they're very curious one on that.
We'll dive deep into love
We
life.
don't have the best rep, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
mean, Chelsea, any last remarks before we get into Lamark's corner?
Yeah. So before we pivot, Mr. Malik, do you have anything that you would like to chime in on as base of like what we just said, like as far as the inspo or how you feeling about the company so far? Also, I want to know like goals, like future goals. What are you guys hoping to, like the 5-year plan? Where do you want to see Boy Box? And I definitely
2030.
Malik, I'm going to hear from you.
Yes, babe. Come.
I love Edwin so much. We had a very special cocktail and cheers before we got here. And hello, everyone. My name is Malik. I'm the co-founder of Boy Box, and I'm really excited for Edwin to do this podcast. I wanted him to do it by himself because I am no longer as intimately involved with Boy Box as Edwin is. I took a step back in 2022 when I started my academic career. I'm a professor at Howard University.
Shout out to that.
HU? You know. And I needed to learn that, and I needed to give that my attention. And this is Edwin's wheelhouse, and he's doing it. He's killing it. But your question, I just want to say, like, give some context.
No, absolutely. No,
I'm in the
thank
room. It was the thing we found it together, but Edwin definitely shaped it to the brand and business that it is now. Yeah.
I love to see like
that.
black gay men killing the fucking game.
Yes, it's such a rarity. Like you don't get to see this front and center and harmonically. Like it's usually there's always some mess behind it, or there's always something that crashes and burns. But like to have it seamless, airtight, like nothing's perfect.
Yeah,
but that's nobody's business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what you give is so clean cut. But I think that's just naturally ingrained in you to just.
But just
like
unity.
yes.
I see that, and it's fire.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. But where do we see this brand in 5 years? Where do you hope? What are some goals? What are some things we can look forward to past the collaboration? Where do you want to see this go? Even not just business wise, but also personally. This is your baby.
So even though Boy Box is a tangible product, we definitely want to. Well, sorry, I'm just so used to saying we.
It's gonna be we because one thing we're gonna see in the next 5 years is Edwin really allowing me to serve as the creative director for Boy Box. That's how I want to come back and participate. So I had to take a step away to focus on my career pivot.
Yeah.
And now I have some more time, and I would love to participate. And Edwin knows this, so I just want to. You can say
like I know, like I literally drag Malik into every conversation, like, and it's so funny because I know sometimes he pays it. So, for example, this week I got like new fabric swatches so I can start designing the next collection. And as soon as I opened the fabric swatches, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love these fabrics," because they had like a new texture on it. And then the first person I sent the picture to was Malik. Malik has his red receipts on. Let's start there.
Malik, what's your sign?
Malik has his red receipts on.
But maybe I just do for you because I don't have my red receipts.
Malik has his red receipts.
Yeah,
on.
Malik, give us your. Okay, can we?
We're gonna guess.
Okay, let's guess. He is creative, bubbly.
Is it water?
Yeah, it's giving water.
It's giving
water.
I don't know if it is.
Not me saying. I don't know.
Supportive.
Super supportive. Oh my gosh, super supportive.
What did
Loving.
Tokyo Tony say? Tokyo Tony, she was like the purest heart. The purest.
Pure heart.
Pure heart and water sign. Pisces?
Yes.
Boom. Ate that.
Yeah.
Y'all have y'all delusional
Yeah.
moments, but y'all are
Wow.
pure-hearted. And you can always tell a Pisces too. No, seriously.
It's not a read because that's a
not
part
a
of
read.
the.
No,
it's a
I'm
part
saying,
of
like,
the-
no,
it's a
no,
part
no,
of the.
Yeah,
vibe,
it
all of that.
is.
It's all
And
connected.
they're also like their energy, and Pisces are always very like beautiful and
No, Pisces
pretty
are
and
fire.
that energy. So yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, I could see that.
I love the hearts. It's
Mhm.
dope. Yeah.
My Pisces brother.
Okay.
But you were saying I paid your text earlier.
Oh,
Oh.
per usual. So this hasn't been confirmed, but this is my theory. There are essentially topics when it comes to like Boy Box and like what I'm currently working on that I would like. Sometimes I would want to solicit the opinion from Malik. So I'll either text him about it and he won't text back. But then he'll send me a TikTok like in the next breath. And I'm just like, girl,
that
could you
friend.
respond to the message I sent you before? But now we're trying to work on the balance there.
I'm not good at texting either, so it's okay. Like
I didn't say I wasn't
suck.
good at texting.
Oh, you know, oh.
He picks and chooses what he wants to respond to.
So I'm good at texting.
So
Screaming.
All right. Well,
I've learned to live with it.
Okay.
it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like us in a
It
way.
is.
Yeah.
It is. But I know that when you call me, that is usually something important. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna answer because
text
I'm
is
that
just
friend who's
not-
like, can you text me? Like, why are you calling me?
I like to call. I like
Yeah.
to really be there, you know? I feel like texting, you read, you can't read tone in text.
Right, and that's something I had to learn on this
Yeah.
end. So
Got it.
we make it work as well.
Yeah.
We make it work.
Wait, I'm curious. How did this relationship flourish, or like begin or start? Does it have like a messy plot?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not at
No,
all.
no,
He was
no.
waiting for me at
No,
the
the way you
job.
said it, it was like, oh, I was like,
Oh, no. So I moved to New York and I started a job in radio. We were production assistants. Promotion assistants.
Yeah.
At Intercom before it turned into Odyssey. Well,
Yeah.
not too much tea on that. We won't.
Yeah.
But he heard that a black girl got hired. So
Oh.
my first date, when I walked in, he was like, "Well, hello."
Yeah, I was only black. It was other.
Yeah.
I was only a black person for a while.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh,
like,
wow.
they
So
had,
I
like-
was like the other black coworker. So he was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready."
Yeah.
And then we just hit it off.
Hit it off.
And he had his podcast going already, but it was something completely different. That's when it was the fresh move.
Yeah.
And you were having your live show and you invited me and I
You couldn't.
I had 50 lamb jobs. I'm Jamaican. You know the vibes. So I keep a job.
And we met that. I think it was this
Kiki
week.
Palmer.
It was like the week of. So I think it was.
Yeah,
like
and I
9
couldn't
months.
make it. Then
Yeah.
he sold out. So
Yes.
I couldn't make it anyway. But we stayed friends. Like we had a really good connection. I think like we got pizza together like our first week.
Yeah, we opened up
working.
about like life.
Yeah,
stuff.
our life. we
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
cried in the middle of this pizza shop
Yeah.
in LES. Like it was just so much.
Yeah.
And we've been connected ever since. So when he started Lamark After Dark, I co-hosted a couple episodes the first season.
Yeah.
And then going into the second season, he was like,
I'll actually be a host because I feel like I liked her vibe. I
Yeah.
liked the way she was bringing it. And I wanted a female's perspective on certain things because,
Vibes
you
are
know,
important.
I'm just
100%.
I'm just a boy.
Yeah.
A
And
man.
he is that like more sensitive, emotional, let me look at the bigger picture side of me. I'm more of like the fiery, empowered. but like also like
Yeah.
you know, like we can do this. Like let's figure it out. Let's remain calm. Let's light something up real quick. Let's figure it. We
Yeah.
got this.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Let's
that's
do
literally
it.
Malik.
Yeah.
No, like the same
We'll
dynamic.
figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we balance each other out.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah.
It works out.
It does. So that's how we started.
Okay.
And like we just keep kicking, and now we're here. Like
We
4
hit the
seasons
live show in June.
Yeah, we have a live show coming up.
Thank you. Lamarck's Corner, where I answer all the questions you guys send me, advice, shade, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, question number 1. If a person pays for your vacation, are you required to sleep with them?
No.
No, I'm
I was like,
no, not required to. But if somebody paid for my vacation, I probably will want to.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think I would just want to. Because
Same.
if I'm going with you and you're paying for it, you're probably already there with me. I'm not going with no
Same.
nigga I'm not really fucking with already.
oh.
So I probably will want to fuck you just off of me.
Off
That
the
part.
rip.
The fact that you even were like, I want to fly you out. Like I want you there.
Yes, it's already like I'm
hello?
already there.
I'm busting it
Like,
open.
yes, it's like yeah.
What if they're not your type?
Then I probably won't show up. I probably would
Exactly.
not go because I don't want you to think that is something that is not. And I
Yeah.
think that that's a big thing when somebody's like spending their resources to bring you somewhere. I'm not gonna play you because I don't have that energy in my
Yeah.
life.
Integrity, we love that.
Thank you.
I don't think it's required, but I think it's expected.
Implied.
Yeah,
Yeah,
implied.
it's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
implied.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
It's implied.
I met a guy on Tinder and we went on a nice date, but he's shorter than I expected. I told him I didn't want to go on a second date because of his height, and then he talked about my feet.
What?
When did men become so sassy, and was I being too harsh? I'm 5'7" and he's 5'6".
I'm so confused. Like,
It's like she was, yeah.
There's
She was
one-
calling him
that's a-
sassy, and then like she talked about his height, but then I guess he talked about her feet after he talked about his height.
So what's really bothering you, the height or the sassiness?
I guess both, but I think mostly the height because that's what she started with. That's when she went on the second date because of the height.
Okay, it sounds like you need to like get your preferences in line, and then also sounds like maybe you have some insecurities yourself.
Yeah.
But maybe he did have a bit of an
I
attitude.
mean, she said she's 5'7", he's 5'6". Maybe she didn't want somebody that.
I mean,
was,
I personally can attest to that. I agree, but at the same time, like you knew. Oh wait, she said she met him on Tinder.
Yeah, she's on Tinder, so she didn't know.
Oh, then yeah, just don't follow up. Just don't follow up.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's bad advice. Don't listen to me. Can we go to the more people with sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the people with
No, you guys.
I'm scared.
What you think, Edwin?
Wait, no, you go before me.
No, but what's your sign? Because I have this. We think
Right.
your responses are
So,
hitting for
right.
me.
I'm a Leo.
Really?
I
You're
am.
August Leo.
Yeah.
Okay, that always makes sense.
Okay.
Because I like August Leos. Me and July Leos.
Yeah, they're different.
It's a difference.
They're
There's
different.
a big.
Yeah.
Not there's a big difference
Between
between me and
you.
me. But I don't know. I feel like I wonder what her sign is, to be that honest, to be like, hey, I don't want a second date because. I feel like people don't often give a reason.
Yeah.
So if her reason is physical, that's just her reason.
That's
And then
shallow
him to
sanity.
come back and say something physical about her, that is sassy. It's like tit for tat.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think she did anything wrong. And I think her question, why are men so sassy right now? I don't know the answer to
Right.
that.
That's the part where I was
That's
like,
the
is
part
that
where
an
I'm a little
insecurity?
lost.
Right. Is that an
Yeah.
insecurity about you? Why you felt to say like, why are all like you generalized it? Just that man was sassy.
Yeah.
There's more men.
Well, thanks for sending questions to the show. If you want to send some questions, go to lamarkafterdark@gmail.com. Next question. Plug. I was ghosted, but the person still likes my post and is always viewing my Instagram story. Should I block them, confront them, or let it be?
They had somebody else already. That's how I feel.
But should they
I
block
can
them,
relate to the
confront them?
situation.
or let it be?
And I just don't. I
Were
never.
you the ghoster?
No, I got ghosted.
Oh.
So, and I don't understand like the mentality of people who do this. So, actually encountered this person in person. Like everything was fine, honky dory, da da da. Exchanged Instagrams, followed each other. Never heard from this man again via text message, ever. But then like the first person to watch my Instagram stories every time I post. So I'm just like, what's the difference from picking up the phone and saying like, hey, how are you? Are you still alive? Versus like you being the first to watch it and like it. I just don't get the mentality.
Yeah.
So I'm like in the same boat with this person. Like I don't get it. Like what's the logic behind this?
It's weird activity. I think that those are people that have either something to hide or something going on with themselves that they're not being honest about.
Or they just have other people. Like they,
Yeah.
So.
And they're not being honest about it.
Oh, I mean, me personally, I just let them watch, but that's just me. But if I was a more quiet person on social media, then I would have just probably blocked them. Like I don't need that energy because sometimes get like that energy that you're getting. Sometimes it's not the best.
Right.
So
I agree with that part
too. Next question: could you date somebody with opposing political views than you?
No.
Yeah, after this election, hell no.
It's too hard. It's too no. There's so much going on in life. I don't have time to be going back and forth with you about politics too. No.
So, Evan,
I cannot. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. And last question: if you were president, what are some laws you would create?
Ooh.
I would have Lamark Day, and that day, Chelsea, please. It would just consist of just good times and things that I like.
Okay.
And just
Normani all day.
Normani all day.
Everywhere you go.
Normani would get streamed the hell that day.
Shout out to Normani.
But other than Lamark Day, I feel like just something that just more unity. Like if I feel like hug a person today, like just say be nice to somebody today. Shit like that. I don't know, but I wouldn't get elected because of just shit. But yeah.
I think my law would be that men are not able to create laws about women's reproductive systems. Like men, like you have in what world do you have a say to come up with any law about anything in regards to a woman's body?
Yeah.
So I think it would be that. I would start there.
Yeah. Okay.
Mine is not appropriate for the show or the context, so I cannot share.
Really? Why not? It's if you were president.
Because we're pretty out there with
We're
this
pretty
show.
inappropriate.
What kind of presidency would you have? I'm curious. What kind of presidency you about to have? I'm scared.
Please share your thoughts.
I'm struggling with this question because it's a big question. I want to answer it. I want to answer it correctly, but I have to give the thought that came to my mind immediately, which I kind of don't want to share. It's not because it's messy. I just feel like it's nobody's business. But I'm someone who practices a traditional African religion, Ifa, and it's very illegal in many states to slaughter certain animals, and that's a part of my religion. So I would say this is a lot to share. But like animal sacrifice, like just more broadening what we perceive as religious expression or religious participation. I think we only give that privilege to like Abrahamic religions and not African religions that have things that look differently. So that's one.
Evan, you sure you don't want to share?
Okay. All right. He said it's too radical.
Yeah, okay. So these are questions we ask for every guest that we have. We dig more into your business. So your love life, how is that going?
It's currently non-existent.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
It's there's. Well, how you gonna tell me what's happening in my life?
Because you love yourself, you love me, you love your mom, you love your family. You have a love life. I know what that question means.
The question is romantic.
I know, but that's not. I'll get to my answer then. You answer your question.
Look, he knows me more than I know myself. No, so currently there's work to be done.
Okay.
Not much is happening in the love sector. There's some suitors, but like nothing serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They need to work. They need to get their asses up and work.
Kim? Nobody wants to work anymore.
No.
Nobody.
Get your fucking ass up and work.
Shame.
I have that clip. Just play it. What about your love life?
It's beautiful. I'm learning so much about myself
nice.
and how I want to love. I'm not dating anybody right now, but in that absence, and for the reasons for said absence, I'm just learning a lot and sharpening my vision. So as I'm like, you have a love life, even if it's not active with another person. So for me, I'm like, I like my love life. I love what I'm learning.
Nice.
Okay,
Beautiful.
that's beautiful. Yeah. Are you guys open to love if it comes?
Absolutely. I'm begging.
along?
I'm not begging, but yeah, I'm a lover. I
You're
want
a
love
lover.
now.
Okay.
Water sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite position.
For me, I'm a very like intimate person. No matter like who the partner is, it has to be some sort of like passion, intimacy,
Okay.
or like nothing is gonna happen. So my favorite position is missionary.
Okay. I love a good missionary.
I want to look into your eyes.
Mine is, I don't want to have a favorite position. I don't have a favorite position because it's based on the person. My thought when you asked that question was like, I don't even want to say it because I don't know who's going to watch this.
It's an open forum.
Is my government name going to be on this?
No.
We did say your first name.
We did say your first name.
We didn't say your last name.
I'm the
my
only
government
person
name
who
is
spells
known as-
Malik like this. But I want to say, we got to talk off camera, y'all.
Okay. All right. No
I want-
pressure here.
Yeah, it's no pressure.
It's not even that. I kind of want to get over the fact that I want to say this out loud. I just want to say it just to prove to myself I can say it out loud. Because not a position. It's something I desire and haven't had in a long time, which is like water sports. Like I want full submission. Like I want to.
Okay.
I want you standing over me, doing that activity and dominating me in that way. And I'm saying it because I do want it. Like I'm manifesting. Like please give me a man who can do that for me. And that's far and few between.
I hope you get your Dom Daddy. I know that's right.
We talked about that in the other
We
episode.
did.
This is gonna be.
We did.
Yeah.
This is all just coming together. Full circle. This is why we ask these questions.
So it's a New Year's 2025. What is one word for the year for you?
Yes.
Ooh, elevation.
Okay.
For 2025, we're elevating, not looking back.
Responsibility.
Ooh.
I need to do that.
Okay.
Adulting is hard. And shout out to everybody for watching.
Yeah.
And before we go and we wrap this up, please plug in all social medias. Where can people find you? Where can they find Boy Box?
Yes. Okay. So, ooh, sorry.
You're fine. This show's a mess.
You can find Boybox officially at www.subscribeboybox.com. You can follow us on Instagram at subscribeboybox. You can also find us at our retailers, Tola and Fire Island Pines. And you can also find us at cultureedit.com.
Nice.
And Culture Edits in Los Angeles, California.
Correct.
Just want to be clear. If people want to pull up the Culture Edit in LA.
Because every time I want to pull up. But no, yeah. There's a physical brick and mortar for both Tola and Culture Edit. Tola's obviously in Fire Island.
That is super dope.
Oh, my triple S's. I forgot.
Oh, yeah, Lamark.
Flo, how does it feel? Just came out. Fire.
Yes, with Glorilla.
No, not.
No, the other one.
Yeah,
They released two songs.
No,
Okay.
How does it feel to like? It's for someone special, but you know. The show Star, because I feel like Flo reminds me of Star. Yeah.
I can see that.
Rest in peace to the show Star.
I think they're coming back for a movie.
Oh, they are?
I think, allegedly. That's what I heard. All right. Shout out to Club Lambda for having me yesterday. You guys are great. They were really nice. And shout out to Nikki, because I'm wearing her shirt and I don't want the Barbs to eat me up.
Yeah, y'all are real aggressive in our comments. Calm
Very
down.
very aggressive. So shout out to
We
Nicki
have
Minaj.
no bias to Nikki here.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, we're done with the shade of the tea.
Yeah.
Anything else? Oh yeah. Do you guys have any questions for us before you go?
Well, you asked us for our 2025. Did you all give your 2025 word of the year?
So we was about to ask you guys if we had any questions for us, but does that count as a question for us?
Well, it is, because I'm like turning back. Turning back, question back.
Okay. You want to go first?
Well, I am just trying to the one word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Money.
Period.
Money.
All the way.
Yeah. Just money.
Consistency.
Way.
Consistency
Period.
for me in like all elements of life. Like I like where I'm going with things, and I want to keep that consistency. And as you mentioned, elevate it.
Yeah.
So yes,
I like all the words together.
Yeah,
That's-
it all. Lord, please just bring it together for us.
Yeah,
It's
please.
hard out here. I don't want to be
Hard.
a strong soldier for 2025.
Okay,
I
no
really
more.
want to be.
No longer your strongest soldier.
Yeah, my wrists are broke. I cannot. I can't pick it up.
But maybe you just have the battle stuff now for the war. You know what I'm saying? Like
I've
maybe
been battling for so long.
No, especially living in New York. Yes.
yeah, it's
Every day's the battlefield.
Take it, Jesus.
Well, wait a minute. Let's
Okay. Queens and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Southside
Yeah,
Jamaica.
Southside
Queens and it's crazy. He really grew up.
I really grew up there.
Lazy.
That's crazy. Like, it's not even like I really. Yeah.
So,
To
and
freedom.
I live in Queens too. So much respect to Queens.
Oh shit. Do you guys have any questions for us before we?
Aside
I
from
got
that,
in?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want to where's Lamark After Dark gonna be in 5 years? What is your goal and hope for the podcast?
In 5 years, I'll be. Hopefully, I'm married. Like, I want to get married at 10, 20, 30. So let's put that out there. I don't know. It'd be nice to be on TV. That'd be cute. Or like a syndicated platform.
Syndicated platform. For
that'd be fire. And just a better team that has like a thing. I feel like me and Chelsea do a lot, and it would be nice to like have a whole like plethora of people because this shit is not easy to do.
Yeah. Especially with the editing. Like, shout out to Lamark. He edits everything we do.
But even just like the setup, like we do, like it's a lot. Like it's a lot. And so just getting that more out there, and then also just continue to help people share their stories. I think that to me is just really dope. I like that. This season alone, I feel like we're really doing a really good job of like getting people's stories out there and having them express it. I feel like one of my purposes in this planet is to like help people explain what they're doing in a different way that sometimes you can't say it. Like, you know how a musician or a business person, they're doing what they're doing, but they can't really explain how they're doing it. But like, I feel like I'm the tool to help you explain how you're doing it to the masses.
Right,
So
exactly. To just like really lay it out.
Right.
Like your thoughts and like your goals. And
that's hard to do sometimes, especially if you're just doing, you know? So.
No, I definitely get it. For me, my goal with Lamark After Dark, I would love to see us become syndicated.
Yeah.
Continue to have more seasons. And like really, I'm just grateful that Lamark wanted to bring me along because we both have so many different things going on and he never, pressures me or anything like that. I feel like we run so smoothly. Like we communicate. Like it's a blessing to be able to work with your friend and it be like we have two completely different worlds. Like our personal life is our personal thing and then business is business.
Yeah.
Like there's times where Lamark has to be like, yo, the show has to go on. And I'm like, I understand.
Yeah.
So I just really hope to continue for our growth, syndication, that we're really able to like rake in some sponsors and just really elevate the brand and like keep shining a light on people that are doing amazing things. Everybody has a story and just bringing on people that can really inspire the masses because there's someone out there, there's another young man out there that wants to start a brand or wants to get into whatever it is and they'll see this and be like, oh shit, I can do it too.
Right.
He fly. Let me follow him real quick. Like, right. So no, that's really what I hope for the brand. And for
representation like matters.
100%. Just keeping that going.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Dope.
Cannot wait for the collaboration coming up, the launch party,
more
and
info to come out.
yeah. And you guys make sure shop Boybox. Subscribe Boybox.
And shout out to Izzy also being in the studio.
Shout out to Izzy.
Shout out to
He
him
helped
as
us set up
well.
this up. Yeah.
Fire. So thank you guys so much again for coming on Lamark After Dark. We appreciate it. You're always welcome back. And we are out. See you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.